How can I help?
These Yetis are threatening the traders that travel along High Road Pass. They need to be dealt with. Who would have thought that from this stuffy little chamber would rise some of the greatest warriors of House WARCRAFT's history? Are you prepared to follow in their footsteps? These Yetis are threatening the traders that travel along High Road Pass. The Order of Embers was the name given to those who took up these arms against the Drust. Using the tools and methods uncovered by the scholars, they were able to counter the Drust's magic, and ensure our victory in the war. If the Coven wants to use the Drust's magic against us, then we'll use the Order's weapons against them. The knowledge of the Order rests here, but without a hand to wield it, it will do us no good. Will you be that hand, warrior? Will you revive the Order of Embers?
Keep your sails true. If you are prepared to follow the path of the Order, take up the book. The knowledge within will grant you, as well as our forces, the edge needed to destroy the foul coven that plagues our land. What is your business?
These Yetis
House
are threatening the
WARCRAFT?
traders that travel.
How can I help?
What say you? You do great honor to my family, warrior. The most noble of WARCRAFTs were once inquisitors of the Order. It is only fitting that it is you who takes up its mantle now. These Yetis are threatening the traders that travel along High Road Pass. They need to be dealt with. Let us continue to AZEROTH's stand. It will take some time to parse the knowledge of the tome and train more inquisitors for our cause. If the Order's weapons are as effective against the Coven as they were against the Drust, we may stand a chance of rescuing my family and restoring this land to its former glory. I will make my way there on foot. Until we meet again, warrior.
A steady tiller prevails. Thus is reborn the Order of Embers! Now then, I believe we have some witches to kill. Our work here is done, Mainlander. I'll meet you at Aram's stand.
You cheer at Lucille WARCRAFT.
The WARCRAFT Guard is offering a reward for any hunter who can track down and eliminate the Rhine Huntress from the vicinity of High Road Pass. Track her with caution. She is a ferocious beast, and has been known to ambush even seasoned hunters.
I know you're trying to help, but you must stop these adventures of yours. It's dangerous out there.
You don't understand, Marshal. The knowledge we've unearthed could be the key to saving my father from the Coven.
I wish I had your faith, Lucy. But I think it'll take more than ancient legends to eliminate this threat.
Drustvar stands
The knowledge of the
firm.
Order of Embers is the key to defeating the Coven, I know it. We just need to find a way to use it. I'm glad you made it, Monzi. We'll need to get started right away if we want to use the knowledge in this tome to fight the Coven. The knowledge of the Order of Embers is the key to defeating the Coven, I know it. We just need to find a way to use it. What's this? These markings. This is the language of the Drust. The magic of the Coven must be disturbing their spirits, drawing them back into our world to fight us once more. This is unsettling. But it is another reason we must bring an end to the Heart's Bane. While I appreciate the dedication that went into compiling this tome, this thing reads like engineering instructions for a siege engine. I'll need some time to comb through this information for anything that might be useful to us. I wouldn't mind some assistance, if you have a moment. For starters, I could use some more light in here.
Fair winds and following seas. Now, it says here that the Order used special weapons against the Drust to counter their dark magic. If my theory is correct, then whatever they used could also disrupt the Coven's magic. Let me see if there is something here we can try.
Good day to you.
So someone has finally managed to track down the Rime Huntress? Now our traders can continue their routes to Tiragard without fear of the beast. Take your reward, and my thanks.
Focal Terrors.
Much better. Could you do me a favor and jot this down? My notebook is here somewhere. Okay. Rowanwood? No, that doesn't grow around here. Alchemical fire? Oh, if only Master Ashton were here. He would have a field day. I need you to find my sewing kit. It should be somewhere in my bag over there. The tome mentions that the Inquisitors of old would use weapons of silver to disrupt the magic of the Drust. If the Coven wields similar magic, they may be vulnerable to silver as well. Greetings, Outlander.
Did you find it? Ah, you found it. Excellent. Lucille produces a long sewing needle from the kit. You look confused. Let me explain. I have reason to believe that the Coven has already infiltrated AROM's stand. There are many unfamiliar faces here, with the refugees from Core Lane, and we know they can use their magic to appear like one of us. This needle is fashioned of solid silver. If the witches are indeed vulnerable to silver, then a prick from this may be enough to break their spell. The refugees may not be keen on being prodded, but they must understand that this is for the good of the town. And perhaps all of Drustvar.
Keep your sails true. Marshal, we may have found weapons to use against the Coven. We will need able-bodied soldiers to wield them.
We have many capable troops stationed here, my lady. They'll make fine recruits for your Order of Embers. The battle awaits.
I have no doubt that you're a quite capable warrior, mainlander, but we will need some help if we want to make it to WARCRAFT Manor in one piece. A small group would be ideal, strong enough to face the Coven's threats, but small enough to remain largely unnoticed. Reed produces a bundle of letters. I have written new orders to some of my finest soldiers to join your Order of Embers. They will report to you and the Lady WARCRAFT. Please deliver these to them, so they can be prepared to move out.
We must remain vigilant.
You will need to gather your recruits before we venture
I am
forth.
sworn to protect.
Friend or foe? How's that? New information?
What can I do for you, warrior?
Farewell. So, Marshal Reed believes that you are the key to driving back the Coven. I have my doubts, but I will carry out my orders. I will join the others and await your command, Mainlander.
State your business, friend or foe?
The Coven will take your little town!
Keep your distance, Mainlander. Ow! Oh, state your business. Bloodflies are really biting these days, aren't they? Oh, the bloodflies are really biting these days, aren't they?
You will fall before the Mother!
It looks like some careless witch made a poor attempt to hide this grimoire from sight. No good could come of leaving the possessions of the Coven for a hapless villager to find. It would probably be a good idea to destroy any trappings of the Coven that you find in AROM's stand.
Friend or foe?
You will fall before the Mother!
Keep your distance, Mainlander.
Drustfar is ours! Outsider!
Among her possessions, the witch carried a crudely drawn map of AROM's stand. A symbol marks what looks like the entrance to a cellar beneath one of the buildings. If this
Friend
location is
or
important
foe?
to the Coven, it might be worth scouting out.
The bloodflies are really biting these days, aren't they?
Keep your distance, Mainlander.
You will fall before the Mother!
Friend or foe?
You will fall
State your
before the
business.
Mother!
Ouch! What in blazes was that for?
Enough sitting around.
What is it,
Mainlanders.
Mainlander? In case you can't tell, I'm a little busy here.
We'll put the Coven down.
So, you're the one behind this Order of Embers,
While I don't buy into all this hocus pocus, anything is better than sitting here waiting for the Coven to kill us all. You have my blade, Mainlander.
Say hi, Winston.
A fine specimen, isn't he? The House WARCRAFT has long been known as experts in the arts of falconry. Unfortunately, most of our best birds have fallen under the curse of the Coven. Winston here is one of only a handful of WARCRAFT falcons not under their spell. It is truly a sad state of affairs.
Hi Winston.
Happy hunting. New orders, then. Come, Winston. Looks like we have witches to fight.
You mind your business, and I'll mind mine. Mainlander, eh?
What are you doing here, Mainlander? Is there something I can help you with?
This land is cursed.
So, you found us out. You must think yourself so clever. No matter. Soon your discovery will die with you. Attack my pets! You're strong, but I was promised greatness.
You brush up against Sister Littlefield and fart loudly.
Huh?
Lieutenant Sterntide nods his head slightly in acknowledgement of your approach.
Got it. It's about time.
Hail, traveler.
The knowledge of the Order of Embers is the key to defeating the Coven, I know it. We just need to find a way to use it. It worked. I knew we were on the right track. It's too bad we don't have a stockpile of silver weapons lying around, but I think I know how we can deal with that. The knowledge of the Order of Embers is the key to defeating the Coven. That was good thinking to dispose of the witch's trappings. I don't want to know what would happen if an innocent villager toyed around with such things. You found their leader? Excellent work, warrior. The people of AROM stand will be safe, now that you've so thoroughly dismantled the Coven's machinations here.
The Coven will pay for their atrocities.
You have my attention.
Something wicked stirs in the woods, mainlander. At night, the ancient Trust monument at its heart glows with unholy power. If I were you, I would give that place a wide berth in your travels.
I am gone, so the rumors are true. We must drive out
It
the
is with
darkness.
reluctance that I hand command of these men over to you, but it must be done. I hope you lead them well.
The Coven will fall beneath my blade.
What is your business
Before we
with
leave,
House Waycrest?
I have one more task to ask of you. While you were busy recruiting our Inquisitors and driving the Coven away from AROM's stand, I took the liberty of placing an order with the local tailor. Using some of the sketches within the tome, I had him put together some uniforms reminiscent of those worn by the Ancient Order. Since you will be leading our Inquisitors, I think it's only fitting that you present them with their new regalia.
Glory to House There were words of induction somewhere in the tome. Let me see. Ah, here we are. Brothers and sisters, today you become the searing fire that burns away the darkness. Today, you become the shining blade that cuts through the wicked. Today, you become the beacon of hope against the endless foe. By the authority of House Waycrest, I name you Inquisitors of the Order of Embers.
Yeah?
You have need of me?
Stand strong.
Where's the battle?
Lovely day for some witch hunting, isn't it?
Our enemy's eyes are upon us. Hello?
My blade is ready.
Well met, champion.
Salutations.
Uh-huh.
Now, before we depart, I'll need someone to undertake a special task for the Order. Any recommendations, Marshal?
Captain Cleardawn, excuse me, Inquisitor Cleardawn is as reliable as they come. I'm sure she can handle anything you need her for.
Thank you, sir. What do you require of me, milady?
If we wish to defeat the Coven for good, we will need more than silver. We will need fire. Take this recipe for alchemical fire to Master Ashton in Falconhurst. He will know what to make of it.
Yes, ma'am.
The rest of us will need to prepare for the ride to Corlane. Marshal, I understand you have a plan of attack.
Yes, we ride out on the mainlander's command.
Greetings, Outlander.
There, that was nice and official. Now, I think it's time we took the fight back to the Heartsbane. I believe the Marshal has a plan.
Fair winds and following seas.
Must act
Lord
with
and Lady
haste.
WARCRAFT lay trapped in WARCRAFT Manor. Before we can reach them, however, we must brave through the city of Corlane, which is firmly in the grasp of the Heartsbane. Our first course of action should be to set up a forward outpost. Our scouts have found that the tower at Watchman's Rise is only lightly guarded. I recommend we take the tower from them. This is now your command, Inquisitor. Say the word, and we ride.
Glory
The
to
word is
House
given.
Waycrest. Let us ride to Corlane.
Champion, if I may
Lady
have a word
WARCRAFT has
with you,
entrusted me with securing
I
the
would
town
like
of
your
Falconhurst and the
assistance.
services of Master Alchemist Ashton who lives there. However, I have found out no one has heard from Falconhurst in some time. The skies above the forest are impassable, so we must travel the old roads through Drust ruins in the mountains. A small capable party has a better chance to bypass the growing forces of the witches and to help secure Master Alchemist Ashton. To that end, I ask you to assist me.
Fair winds and following seas. We've not a moment to waste. Falconhurst hasn't been heard from in
Fancy
days.
some bits and bobs? Appreciate your patience.
I will meet you there.
Many deals for a friend.
We shall drive
Something
back
has
the
disturbed the
darkness.
spirits here. The spirits of the departed still fight with constructs and the shambling dead. Our goal is Falconhurst, but a quick investigation of this area might help us fight our foes better. Let's get to work. There is an opportunity here. Learning more about the Drust can not only help us understand the texts that Lady Lucille found, we might be able to discover greater details about how they and their constructs were finally defeated. Filling in the gaps of history could be key to victory now. This was one of their settlements before it became the place of their final defeat. Let's look for clues in the ruins. Let's get to work. Some of the spirits on the battlefield are too weary to go on. These were brave Kultirans. They have more than earned their rest, but their sense of duty holds them here. Order the most weary spirits off the field of battle. Hopefully they will be convinced to rest.
Be wary of the woods.
Clear for action.
The ghostly captain continues to fight as she speaks, once more locked into the heat of battle, unaware the war has been over for centuries. What are you doing standing around? We've ground them down to their final warriors and those damnable runic constructs, but the war isn't over yet. Colonel WARCRAFT needs us to hold this line. Kill as many of those Drust as you can and we might see the end of this war, today. Get back out there.
Fair winds and following
She thinks
seas.
we're part of her militia. Well, if we follow orders, none of those monsters will ever make it down to Aram's stand. Let's help. It seems as if the Kultirans in the steel are civilians, sailors, and some farmers. Wait, this depicts one of the early Kultiran settlements. One of the lost settlements.
Orders?
When we landed here, we tried peace. But the Drust went to war immediately. Only a few tolerated new neighbors. But this, they've glorified the slaughter. The Kultirans don't even have weapons.
Clear for action.
Underway.
It's a victory over another Kultiran settlement. The large figure in the center is their legendary leader, I think. Interesting that we don't see any of their constructs taking the field.
Aye. Underway. Orders? Clear for action.
Clear for action.
And here
Let's get
we
to
are,
work.
fighting back. Even their leader is withdrawing.
It is good their
from the
spirits
field.
return to their final rest once more. May they never be disturbed again.
Remain steadfast. This is clearly Gorak-Tal, their greatest leader. Ah, he is leading a ritual to create the stone construct. The constructs began to take the field. He'd run out of living warriors, so he created a new army. But what empowered the stones? Interesting. I hadn't realized the constructs came later, as part of his desperation to win. This isn't Drust. It's a Coltiran carving over a Drust monolith. That's Lord Aram Waycrest, when he was just a colonel, leading the final assault. And there, that is Gorak-Tal being stabbed by Waycrest. Histories of this event always say Lord Aram killed Gorak-Tal, and his army fell thereafter. But here you can see all his constructs shattering as he's stabbed and his power broken. There was some connection. Stand strong.
Gorak-Tal's death shattered his army. The carvings here all show that, but now I wonder. Did Gorak-Tal actually die? I believe I see more carvings at the entrance to that cave over there. Come, we should see what else was left behind.
Strike true.
Not bad, Marine. We might make a proper soldier out of you yet. They'll make Colonel Waycrest a lord for this, I'm sure. Your bravery will be remembered.
She's right. They did make Aram Waycrest a lord for his victory here. Another stele. This one also shows Gorak Tal. It is after the battle, but Tal isn't shown dead. Wounded and broken, but not dead. Gorak Tal did not survive. Witnesses wrote of his defeat.
Your ancestors were fools, as are you. The Cultiran plague will be cleansed, and we will retake our lands. But you will not live to see that day. Arise, Guardian, and slay these trespassers!
New information.
The carvings could have been just propaganda stating he lived, but that voice. Clear Dawn's face becomes grim. It seems we may have all been mistaken about the ultimate fate of Gorak Tal. I shudder to think what he might be planning now. Our time here was well spent. The guards in AROM stand can handle what few Drust forces remain, and I suspect the Drust leader and his magic might have some greater part to play here. However, we must continue on the mission to Falconhurst. The path on the far side of these ruins will take us there. I will ride ahead and meet you outside of town.
Remain steadfast. I will do some scouting and meet you further down the path.
Keep your distance,
Be wary, Mainlander. Dangers lurk nearby. One such creature, Greenstalker, used to be an ally. In his corrupted, mindless rage he nearly killed my brother and I while we were trying to help someone in the wilds. There is something which might help, but I must tend to my brother's wounds and cannot obtain the remaining item on my own. Please go onto the mountainside and pull some saplings out of the earth for me. The plants here are healthy and their roots run deep, so they won't come easily.
Dabble not in the affairs of nature. Any rumors?
Did you find the mountain saplings I need? Thank you for returning quickly. These are new growth, full of potent life-giving energy and a necessary sacrifice to cleanse corruption. Give me a moment as I create the charm. The mighty wolf Greenstalker was once a protector of these forests. He has fallen under the sway of dark forces. My brother and I attempted to calm his spirit, but he is too far gone. Use the charm I have constructed to weaken him. I ask you, warrior, please, end his suffering. My brother is still weak and I must stay to protect him. Go now before the wolf consumes us all.
Be wary of unfamiliar faces. State your business.
A grim but necessary task. I hope Greenstalker's spirit will find peace now. Be careful, Monzi. These woods are being twisted by ancient power.
Steady on ahead.
You need something?
The Thorns Peakers were assisting me, but they have troubles of their own. I came in search of a powerful dragon who fell in battle many centuries ago. Melting snows have revealed Baedkius's final resting place. My queen has tasked me with ensuring his body cannot be reanimated and enslaved. The ritual will require my full attention and my druid friends aren't fit for combat. Watch my back while I ensure my cousin's soul flies amid the branches of Gehenna, safe from undeath.
See you later. Hey there.
Well met, Munzi. Word of your heroic deeds as a champion of Azeroth are known to us.
Have a good one.
You are not welcome here, Death Knight. 2 dragons. My, what a surprise. although the living one is puny.
A knight as splendid as myself should have only the best mount. I believe I shall stick with my original plan and proceed with the ancient one.
Munzi, protect me. The ritual must be completed.
Ugh. If you would rather do this the hard way, then so be it. What a waste.
Hello.
Thank you for your help.
Safe travels.
Thank you for your help, Munzi. I must continue elsewhere. Perhaps we shall meet again. Farewell.
Over here.
Over here.
How might I help?
The town is under a siege. No wonder we have not heard from them. We must help them. The town is overrun. The guards have fallen back, and what is worse, some of the villagers have been twisted by the witch's magic. They are little more than wretched beasts blindly following orders. We must release these poor souls and slay the monsters that twisted them. See what you can do to cut down the numbers of monsters in town.
Strike true. I'll help
reinforce the village's defenses.
I will meet you
there. I will meet you there.
The villager is held captive by a binding rune. Destroying the rune should free the villager.
May blight fall upon the coven.
They've already taken people into the forest.
Don't get many travelers here.
I'll head back to the barricade. I thought I was done for. Thank you. I thought I was done for. I thought I was going to be dragged into the forest. They've already taken people into the forest.
Mainlander, eh? Don't get many travelers here.
They've already taken people into the forest. I thought I was going to be dragged into the forest.
And all my mind.
I thought I was done for.
Well met.
Let's get to work.
champion.
Well done. You thinned their numbers. Let's get to work. I shudder to think what they would have used those people for. Monzi, they're rallying for a heavy assault. We'll need to defend these barricades from attack. Are you with me?
Go, my pets. Rip them apart. Acolyte, tear that barricade down. My demolisher will rip you to shreds. You only forestall the inevitable.
You only forestall the inevitable.
A minor inconvenience. Once my forces regroup, this miserable town will be ours.
Miserable town will be
We shall drive
That
back
witch.
the darkness.
She must be the one guiding these attacks. We have given the defenders some breathing room, but these creatures continue to lay siege to the barricade. The witch behind the attack fled from the field when we defeated her forces. I saw her go into the mansion on the hill. I will help keep the defenses going here. You must go into the mansion and slay the witch.
Be wary of the woods.
We will have revenge.
I hope you're ready.
We wouldn't have been able to hold out much longer. You saved us all.
Farewell. You're looking for Ashton? Walk with me. I haven't seen him, but I did see his appendix. We cannot thank you enough for showing up when you did, Lieutenant.
My title is Inquisitor now, Mayor. Lady Lucille has reforged the Order of Embers to combat these witches.
She has? I thought they were just a legend.
They were real. They are real. Lady Lucille is determined to take back our lands and our people.
If she does that, she'll have my full support.
It worries
Master
me when
Ashton
you
had me
show
grab
up.
some healing supplies and run to Mayor Royston when those things attacked town. He didn't make it behind the barricade. But if he's alive, and he's just crazy enough he might be, he's probably holed up in his cottage. With caustic compounds. And explosives. Look, why don't you go check out his basement and I'll stay out of the blast, Roddy. I mean, I'll go see if the garden can be salvaged. Try not to look flammable.
The
do
attack
try
on
not to
Falconhurst
die.
was fierce. I hope Master Ashton is still alive.
If anyone could survive, it's him. I'm going to check the lab's gardens, Inquisitor.
Which side is
I was
starboard
playing
again?
with Lord and Lady Sharptooth when Papa made me come with him. I dropped poor Lord Sharptooth and one of those big mean monsters grabbed him. Papa said he'd try to get him back, but he's been gone a long time. I think he got busy. Mama and all the adults are busy doing stuff for Mayor Royston. Lady Sharptooth and I are really sad. Can you beat up that mean monster and save my Dino?
Anchors away!
For numerous and sinister crimes against the Lord Admiral, smuggling, forgery, sailing under false colors, looting, poaching, brigandage, sacking, pillaging, vandalism, impersonating cult-Iran naval officers, arson, kidnapping, torture, piracy, perjury, theft and ransacking multiple mead shipments. A reward is placed on the heads of the Crimson Cutthroats to be paid in full upon proof of their demise.
Stand back! I have alchemy, and I know how to use it!
At ease, Master Ashton. We're friendly.
Well, don't you both look dangerous? Ha! Is the attack over, then? What challenges await us
Dark
today,
times have come to Drustbar, but we shall win our land back. Of course. I'm not certain why you would need my help, but for the saviors of my home you shall have it. You might have to wait a little bit, however. I am sure the town is in shambles.
Fair winds to you. Shall we get started?
I appreciate your help in liberating the town. I was becoming quite concerned by these strange monsters. I imagine the fires spread while I was down here, yes. First order of business then, making sure the town doesn't burn down. Help solve that problem and I shall be free to assist you in whatever it is. Let's see. Yes. Here. Take these. They prove to be bit too intense for most people, but you seem like a stout sword. Just be sure you're facing the fires when you use them, and I'm certain those fires will be out in no time.
Remember, measure twice, pour one. The town is in good hands. So, would you kindly explain what is going on?
Master Ashton, we have been sent by Lady Lucille Waycrest to find you.
So I gathered. But why me?
Lady Lucille has reforged the Order of Embers, using ancient texts as our guide. We will fight these witches as we once battled the Drust. She found an alchemical recipe that was effective in the past. She requests that you attempt to recreate the formula.
Inquisitor, it will be my distinct pleasure to assist you and the Lady Lucille in this task.
I am very glad to hear that, Master Ashton.
You put out those fires and I'll set up what we need in the lab. Oh, what fun this'll be!
We could use your help here.
The people of my town are tough, but this is testing our mettle. We'll be able to push those monsters back now, but my defenders won't stand a chance unless we build a forward barricade for protection. There should be plenty of lumber to build a barricade near the entrance to town.
Good luck.
It's a fine
wonderful.
day for a little applied
The fires are
alchemy.
out and your breath smells minty fresh. I've been studying the parchment Lady Lucielle sent with you and have translated some of the older language. They called it liquid fire and it was used to burn away the drust. Using this as a basis, I believe we can adapt it to our...
Until next time, friend.